Welcome to Talk About It Tuesday with Karina Nash. So, every Tuesday, we're going to be talking about different things that have come up in the world of healing, and what's coming up that'll help you to relax a little bit better. Now, the difference about Talk About It Tuesday than anything else that we've done is that this leads us to our new program, which is called Journey to Spirit. And this is a program that's been in the making for probably 3 years, 4 years, maybe. And the journey to spirit is really about how do we relax our physical body and how do we connect our spiritual body with our physical body, allowing us to have a lot more joy in our life. And so that's what Talk About It Tuesday is going to be all about. And of course, Journey of Spirit, we'll have information more about that as we go along. How you doing, Ash?
I'm doing great, although we're in the middle of Mercury retrograde, and any
Oh,
spiritual person will tell you Mercury retrograde is the best excuse for why everything's falling apart. But did you know
poor
there's science
Mercury.
behind it? What's that?
Poor Mercury.
Oh no, but Mercury is the ruler. He's the one that says he oversees decisions. So when he comes direct, he is able to observe our feelings and thoughts. So do you know that there's science backing Mercury right now so that we're not so woo-woo anymore?
Yeah,
You
it's
frozen.
glitching.
Oh no.
My internet is unstable.
Why is your internet unstable?
Oh
It's
no.
111. Angels, clear the line. We're gonna make this
11,
work.
11. Exactly right. Okay. Start over with the Mercury retrograde and I'll just splice these up.
Okay. So, did you know there's science that backs Mercury retrograde? Did you know that?
No,
Well, of course you did. Okay, we're canceling
I
that
didn't know
too.
that. But I just thought I would be like most of the audience. They didn't know that.
Like, right, yeah, but no, you did because I've told you anyways. But did you know that there's science behind Mercury retrograde? Now, I know that my mom knows that, but did you, the viewer, know that there's science behind it? So, Earth orbits the sun 365 days a year. Mercury orbits it in 88 days. So, 3 to 4 times a year, Mercury is going faster than Earth is. So, for example, here's Earth in its orbit, and here comes Mercury, and Earth, it goes so much faster than Earth, which makes it look like Earth is going in reverse. And so when that happens, it's like when a train goes by and all that dust and debris as it goes by, it just pushes back. So it impacts our communication, it impacts our technology, it impacts the way we feel as we're heavy. And so besides blaming a planet for existing through its orbit, what do you do, Kareen, when it's time for Mercury retrograde? Like, what are some of the things you do when the science is showing us how
Well, for
much
the
you
longest time, I didn't even know what to blame all of the crap that was going on. So that's interesting too. For the longest time, I didn't even know what was actually happening. So oblivion is lovely. Denial is also lovely, at some cases anyway. But when I became aware of Mercury, I really did watch when I traveled. I really did watch my tech. Like it's amazing how I had my computer in the shop, and I haven't had my computer in the shop for I don't know a year and a half. So it's very
Wow.
interesting how that is.
Yeah.
How complete communication breakdowns in some of my different events that have occurred. So it's like, for heaven's sakes, like this, it really does impact so many things. So the number one thing I do is I just have to stay grounded. It really is really important to stay grounded because, and what that means for me is meditating,
Yeah.
exercising, drinking enough water. Those are the things that help me stay grounded. Hanging out with people that actually uplift you as opposed to knock you down. That's also really important.
Mhm.
So Mercury retrograde stuff is going to happen. That is the truth. That is the way it's going to go. What is it? Mercury's fault? I don't know. Does it have? It
Right.
just seems strange that we have so many things happening in that event that would normally not happen. So that leads me to believe that there is some science behind Mercury for sure.
Well, it's funny
You,
because this retrograde I thought was actually happening before it was
I
happening.
know.
And so I was like, are you kidding me? We're still not in it yet. This is gonna be a doozy. Because I was thinking like it's not till the 9th, and I think it was the 4th. And so
Right.
again, right? And so, but again, the hippies and the astrologists and all the people that like to think about not responsible ways, but again, accountability of what could be happening, is the universe is doing things all around us. And so here's the thing, it's always about your vibration no matter what. So, for example, if anything was to happen to you, your vibration determines how you react to it. So, if you had
Mhm.
$1 million in the bank and your car broke down and it cost $1,000, you'd just be like, man, this really sucks. I got to get it fixed. But if you had $100 and you had a car breakdown and it cost $1,000, it's a totally different vibration.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
so it's the same thing with Mercury, with all that space dust. So if you're like, again, with your computer, it's a year and a half hadn't broke, and now it's at a lower vibration where it's not, and maybe it has some things going on. The extra impact to it is going to influence it. So let's talk about stress on the body. I know earlier you were talking about stress on the body. What happens to you specifically when you get stress on the body?
So I don't generally feel a lot of stress, but when people, I almost feel like this whole thing, this last couple month or so, it's been attack after attack, and to me that's interesting. It's like, okay, and I always look at, okay, so what am I doing to attract that to myself? That's the first thing I always look at, and then I go, is this about me or is this about someone else? Because sometimes it's not about me, sometimes it is about somebody else. So but the stress I have on my body as an empath, and that an empath feels energy from everybody else. And if they are hurting, then I will feel hurt. If they are angry, then I will feel angry. So learning how to shield that is really important. And sometimes I'm really great at shielding my energy, and sometimes I'm not so great about shielding my energy. But a meditation really does help. I found that last week my heart literally hurt. When I
Mm,
was going through the last event that was stressful to me, my heart hurt. What happens when that happens is my cancer numbers go up, my kidney function goes down. It's interesting how my body naturally reacts to stress. It's like it's happened. This was happening at a spiritual end, but it took a little bit to hit the physical, but it will hit the physical in the very end. And that's the thing. I have to really pay attention. And then I look at it and go, is this event worth my health? And I would never have thought that before because I would just take it on and just take it and take care of it. And that's my fault and it's blah, blah, blah. But when it's not your fault, when you're part of it, but there's a lot to it, there's lots of moving parts, then it becomes there's two people to tango in everything. So you got to take a look at it too. And I always take a look at what is my part.
yeah,
And when
yeah,
I and when I finally get to that part, when it is my part and I can do what's necessary to support that, then I'm good.
yeah.
Then I've done what I can, and that's until then though, I hope my subconscious mind tries to solve it and tries to figure out what's happening and how I can make it easier. Doesn't
Mm.
always work that way though.
Well, it's funny because for about 4 to 5 years now, if not longer, again, it's funny how time just don't really mean the same. Like it was only 4 years, but it's actually 10. It's like I don't know what's going on with this world. It's going faster and faster. But
It's
anyways,
faster the older you get.
yeah, I used to ask Spirit to send me guidance for times of incredible stress. And to the
Yeah,
point where I used to freeze when I would get those signs. And then I realized something that was really powerful. I think Spirit was trying to teach me was you can handle anything life throws at you. But if you are continuously waiting for the sky to fall, you will deplete all your resources when the sky actually falls. And
yeah,
so the other thing too about stress on the body is if you can reduce your stress, do it. If you can support yourself, do it. Now, how? And again, we have this awesome program that we're have been working on for 4 to 5 years. Ironic. Anyways, for Journey to Spirit. And so this has been a passion of mine. And well, I call her Crean or mom, depending on the moment, because she is my mom. But I also try to reference that she is also Crean. So, Journey to Spirit is an opportunity so we're going to have some workshops coming up. We have one coming up December 10th. It's free for those who attend. So if you're interested, we'll have a link coming up. But the main point of those workshops is how can you connect to community? Because we're no longer in the age of having the best Coach bag or Michael Kors bag or the Gucci. We're about, do you have chickens? Do you have canned goods? It's so funny. I feel
I
like my
know.
friends are collecting Pioneer stuff more than like pressure cookers and things like that than the latest nonsensical materialistic thing. And again, no harm on those. But what do you do to have your journey to spirit, Mom? Just curious.
Uh, well, meditations, I always start with everything with meditation because without a clear mind, you have nothing. So that's
Yeah.
always the key for that is meditation
Yeah.
and staying grounded. Um, and
But don't you
staying,
do something else that helps support you with spirit, that guides you, that gives you intel, as I suggestively lead you towards
I'm
also
not sure what you're wanting me to say. So what do you want me to
card
say?
readings, right? How
Oh
we
yeah, no,
open.
I always, yes, and I always do card readings too.
Yes.
And I often will bring them into my session work. Um, yeah, no, card readings. And so we can do a card reading.
Yeah, let's do a card
Free
reading.
card reading that will be supportive until like for just for today kind of thing. So
Yeah, or
so I
whenever
always
you
use
watch
the
it.
Osho Zen deck. It's probably one of my favorite decks. I've used it since 2000. So I'm just going to pull a card. And again, going back to source is always the key. Going to source in any times of stress is or at any time, actually, not just in times of stress. Whenever you have a decision to make, best thing to do, the source energy is great for that too. The next card that I'm going to pull is letting go. Very
Well,
entertaining for me.
mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't
What
really
about
like
you?
the statement letting go, but it's like the water is on the leaf and it's literally as it goes into the water and joins the collective. It's like that's interesting. This letting go is like, I don't have to hold on to everything. I don't have to solve everything. And I need to be a little more patient with myself. And then I always do the third card, which in this case is that you're ready. The ripeness card shows up, and this card means that whatever it is that's going on, you're ready to embrace it and you're ready to merge into it. And so you pulled the card for me earlier, and it was emerging into grace. And so sometimes I'm pretty hard on myself. And so, really, this here is letting it go, knowing that I'm ready. And then the emerging into grace is a lovely statement that just says, you can be kind to yourself. It's okay.
Yeah, the reason why I was laughing as much as I was is because I was shuffling my cards because I said, oh, I'll use the gateway cards, and it was letting go. Well,
Well,
I
we are
don't know if y'all
connected.
need to let go more or something,
I
but
think, yeah, letting go. Another term for that would be to allow. And so
right?
just allowing and just, being whatever. So, anyway, talking a lot about there's a subscribe button to this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel that we're just starting is going to give you access to all of the up to date information that we have coming with the Journey of Spirit, to the meditation classes that we have on Monday night, we're going to have a message night as well, so people who could do readings and that kind of thing, or get a reading night so that people can come and we'll just do readings for people. So there's a lot of things in the spiritual realm, and I want to work in the spiritual realm. Even my hypnotherapy program is going to be a spiritual hypnotherapy program. I am revamping the entire thing, and it'll be interesting to see how that goes. I'm very excited about that. Yeah, it's been something that's been in the back of my mind for a while. So now it's coming into fruition. So I'm very grateful about that. Very
I am
grateful.
too. Yeah. And so for some guidance, I'll add on to the card. So the universe wants you to know There are times to hold on for dear life, and there's times to simply throw up your hands and let go. It's time to release any limiting patterns, emotional attachments, or inner and outer clutter. Surrendering doesn't mean that you're yielding to a force outside yourself. It means you're allowing your soul to take over. Release the stress of needing to control things, wanting to determine the outcome of a situation, or expecting others to act in a particular way. So, questions to ask yourself to help you with that is there anything I need to release? Is there a person or situation I need to let go of? Is there anyone who needs to let go of me? So let that be your homework for however long you want it to be. I swear it's probably a life purpose, letting things go so that you can let more grace in. We're gonna combine that so you can let go, so you can hold on to what really matters. And so for that, is there anything else you wanted to add to this beautiful little
No.
quick intro? Talk about a Tuesday?
Yeah, no, that's about it. We'll put the link for the journey to spirit for the workshop. It'll be held. We'll do it 2 times that one day,
Yep.
and hopefully we have lots of people show up. It's just before
Yeah.
Christmas, I know, but I think it'll be a great way to kind
It'll
of
be great.
relax and kind of
Yeah.
get grounded,
Decompress. Yeah.
and also introduce the journey of spirit, which I'm very excited to do that.
Yeah. Well, I
All
hope
right,
everyone has a great day.
bye for now.
Bye for now.